Good morning, colleagues. Hope you're doing well this morning. On my way to work, sitting in some traffic. I just have some thoughts I want to share with you about marking. I know we're busy finalizing marking. We're getting marking done for the schedules that need to be submitted so that learner reports can be generated. I know that marking is generally a begrudging activity that we do as educators. It's not something that we look forward to. It's generally comes with late nights, generally comes with very cramping hands and lots of red ink. And I know that there's generally a negative relationship with marking in our profession. But I think for many of us, we are missing an opportunity by not looking at marking a little differently. I see marking as a data collecting tool that allows me as an educator to make better decisions. Learner performance is my key business at a school. Whether I'm a teacher, whether I'm a school leader, doesn't matter. Learner performance is the core business of a school. And looking at marking as a data collecting activity allows you to make decisions for the learning process for the learner, but also it makes decisions and gives you information around how your teaching and your teaching strategies are. So what do I mean by that? When you are marking and you're deliberate about looking for trends and collecting data, you can see which questions are learners answering well and which questions they are not answering well. If 70% of a class is getting a question wrong, it means that there's a big misconception around that topic. That could mean that you need to self-reflect as an educator and look at how did I teach that topic and how can I teach it better next time. But also, if 70% of a class got a question wrong and you're sitting in term 3, for example, that learners are going to write about that same topic in term 4. So you need to go back now before the term ends or at the start of term 4 and correct that misconception, because otherwise they're going to get it wrong again. If learners are not doing very well in a certain question type, what I mean by that is they don't understand what discuss means or evaluate means or tabulate means. That's also an opportunity for you to correct those misconceptions within the learner's knowledge. So it's not just about the content they're getting right and wrong, but also how they answer questions and whether they understand what questions are asking of them to do. But this comes from a mindset of looking at marking as a data collecting tool. I recall over a few years of teaching that I became better at teaching certain topics because I knew how learners had historically answered the question. And when I taught the topic in the following year or I revised the topic, I could tell the learners that when you get this type of question, you are going to answer it like this. But that is not what the question is asking you to do. The question is asking you to do the following. And it just helps that learner and it makes you more proficient as an educator. What it also does, it allows you as an educator to really reflect on whether you are doing what you need to do for the learners to learn. Remember, our job is not to teach. Our job is to ensure that learning takes place. Teaching is the mechanism for learning. And I know how tough marking is. I taught CAT to grade 12. I taught life sciences to grade 12. Both of those subjects had a paper 1 and a paper 2, and I taught them both at the same time. So marking was a real, it was tough. But you know what? What is the data telling you, and how is it going to make you better when you walk into the classroom with those kids? And I think if you look at it that way, you will see how your kids will start performing better and you will be able to support and intervene quicker. Have an awesome day, colleagues. Chat soon.